Nichols. First of all, her name ain't even Nichols. Her name is Mickles. I was thinking about doing a review of one of my favorite videos by my brother, paying homage to him. I seen a video yesterday. I don't even watch Bigo or none of that. I just been introduced to this lifestyle. I don't know why. And why is my topic about my brother? It's obvious, because I love my brother. I miss my brother. I'm go talk about my brother. I don't give a damn what nobody else say. What up, big homie? What up? What up? So anyway, it's been a lot of people contacting me about what they saying on Bigo or whatever that thing is. I don't know. Only way I'm able to review it is when I go to YouTube, and I seen a lot of stuff that I wish I did not see. I've heard a lot of things that I wish I did not hear. Hello, everybody. But I guess that's all fair in game. They say in the Bible, where the carcass lies, the vultures will gather. And being that my brother was as big as he is, and trust me, in real life he's as big as he is in that platform. He has a bigger heart, which I'm very appreciative of, because I love him. And it's been very cruel, some of the things I've seen. I even seen they posted a video of the time when we had that bike incident too. And people don't know. They thinking that's like this year or something. That was like 2 years ago or something. Boy, we didn't got past that so many times. I don't know what. But I might even review that video. Hey, babe, I might review that I was saying that I might review I want to review some of these videos, because the video we watched yesterday at Keith, I like that one. I like that video. I think I want to review it, because that video was definitely true. One of them videos was definitely true. The only thing that I'm going to say about anything is that if I don't say nothing to nobody because of HIPAA laws, because of the family, because of privacy, I'm locked in, and I he has kids. They're my nieces and nephews, and I'm not gonna speak on that. No news is good news in this situation. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I wanted to talk about something with Bigo. I just did my own study of Bigo, and I found out that it's owned by some people in Singapore, and it has 400. Can you believe they got 400 million users on Bigo? This app called Bigo that my brother is popular on. He was on YouTube when I first started. I think they said it started March of 2016. So I don't know when he started getting on that, but he made a very deep impression on that. Man, I'm telling you, it is not for the weak-hearted. I seen some. Listen, I don't see how nobody can watch that all day. Man, it's some foul. Listen, how did we get so? I just don't understand how black people, how they create stuff and black people just go at each other with no kind of remorse. It's just callous-hearted cussing people out. I mean, it's been some stuff that I seen on there that I was like, yeah, they are vicious. That is true. They are vicious. Somebody said, is that an escape for you? Man, what's going on in your life? That's an escape for you? Good Lord. I couldn't do it. I got to read my Bible. Listen. It's terrible. Listen, that's a whole nother. Not all rooms are like that. All the rooms that I seen, but maybe I'm just looking at the wrong things because, man, I seen them wishing death on people, wishing death on people's kids. Listen, I don't even know. I saw some videos that I was like, man, I don't even know this dude. Man, I don't even know. I did not know that Keith was. They only posted negative. Yeah, I mean, but it's a platform. You know who made that? Likey. Mm-hmm. That's a subdivision of Bigo. I guess the Chinese own it. Yeah, the Chinese. It's some people over in Singapore that created some shit that got black people fighting over here. Like, going at it. It's just like, it's unbelievable how much division is in our culture. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, even in real life, my brother, listen, my brother is a character. My brother, and he is bigger than life sometimes. I said, I can't, in God's hands, I can't speak on a lot of things. All I can say is this. All I can say is, no news is good news. Yes. Yes, I mean, it's savvy, witty, crafty. I mean, he got it down. Yeah, that's all I can say. Listen, I got nieces and nephews, so it's a complicated situation to me, guys. I cannot speak on certain things because I don't want to be invasive, and I don't want to create a scenario where we're not focusing on the objective, which is to, remain prayerful and keep him in high regards. Now, I know that the persona that he presented to the world is bigger than life. And I know a lot of people are lost in this situation. I pretty much understand, because if you feel that way, you ain't been around him as much as I have. We grew up. I got pictures outside in my garage that I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that G428, or I can't. I'm not going to. This not what this is for. That this is not a fan page. All I said was, listen to me very closely. No news is good news. If you see me and you see me like this, I'm his only brother. So it's nothing at this point that I'm going to say, and I'm just gonna keep it that way. All I'm gonna say is, no news is good news. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, and that's only because, you know what? You guys are the target audience on my page. Okay? You guys are the target audience on my page. What they're doing is, they're basically saying, when I say something, that I'm talking to them. But that's not true. The issue is that they're coming to this platform as covert operatives and disseminating information from this platform and putting it on their platform for content. Okay? Out of respect for my brother, I said, number one, I'm not going to take any donations, any gifts. There is a place for that already established by someone else. Okay? I'm not going to, I will not ever, I don't care if they offer me $1 million, and I'm being serious. I told my wife will tell you that. If they offer me millions of dollars to do interviews or anything, I won't do it. I will not do it. There is no price that I can put on my brother. None. None. I don't care what we've been through. And there's a lot of things I'm doing now that nobody knows nothing about. Just as much as you love him, I love him. And we had some hard, very difficult times. Very difficult times. You can say it's from our... That's another video though. But this is what I wanted to talk about today, because I've been getting a lot of messages from people who've been sending me screenshots of what is going on Big O. That is the last. There is no copyright infringement. There is no patent, nothing patented. So there's nothing I can do about that. I have no dog in that fight at all. My brother is a lion. And all I can say is a dead lion, a live dog is better than a dead lion. And I don't mean dead as in not living. I mean as in not operating. Okay? In that place. Because all I seen was a lot of people saying, well, he's this big guy and, you know, it ain't even fun over there no more. It's dry over there. Listen, I don't have no dog in that fight, y'all. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm just learning things myself about this situation. So, only thing I can say is, you know, God has a way of dealing with things in his own timing, and for some unforeseen reason, he's dealing with this situation the way that this is, the way that it is. What I can say about these people who say wicked things during this time, now I know to be honest, when my brother was active on there, it was a lot of things that he said that was questionable, that like I said, it's hard for me to even listen to some of that stuff. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It's hard for me to even get through a video. That's how bad I've never heard. I was in the military for 9 years. I've never heard people talk the way that I heard people talk on that app. It is utterly ridiculous. You know, I don't see how nobody can even kiss their mom on the cheek with those lips, the way some of these people talk. But like I said, I cannot answer every message What I can say when it comes to people creating content on that platform, there is nothing I can do about that. The only one that's capable of fighting that fight, he's not on it now. And he's more savvy than me when it comes to dealing with stuff like that. I don't know those folks. I don't have no material on them. I can't use anything. I don't know what they do. I don't know. Well, and you know what? I would say that too. If it affects you so much, make sure you're not on that platform. You know, if it affects you to, even here, if you can't deal with me expressing my views on here without thinking that I'm trying to get some clout, number one, let it be known. You can't chase someone who is following you. Let me repeat that. You cannot chase anyone that is following you. Most of these people are following me. I'm not following none of these people. I'm not following. All you gotta do is push that unfollow button and you can unfollow me. And you ain't gotta hear nothing that I'm saying. You ain't gotta hear nothing that I'm saying. So, and absolutely. Well, I'm not worried. Who is Low? I don't know who Low. I don't know who Low is. Who is that Low Messy? So, I don't have no qualms with nobody. So I'm not gonna address this person that we addressing here in this comment section. Yeah, I'm not worried about nobody. I'm not saying anything that's wrong. I'm just letting people know my target audience, which is the people that's followers on my page. Now I privatize my page, so everybody that's in right now is locked in. I'm not gonna go out and go through 800 people to try to figure out who's not a covert operative and who's really with Keith. I'm not gonna do that, because nothing that I'm saying is gonna be viewed as disrespectful or content worthy for the things that maybe they're trying to, these other people are trying to do with, you know, is, I don't know what, I don't have no, like I said, I don't have no dog in that fight. I just go with what Customato told Mike Tyson. Customato was Mike Tyson's trainer. He said, there are some animals masquerading around as human beings, but you must be sophisticated enough to decipher the two. I'll let you guys think on that. I don't argue with people. I embrace my enemies just as well as I embrace my loved ones. You know, I think when we understand this, it'll bring more peace to the situation, because that's all we need. Another thing is that people were saying that my brother don't believe in God. I can't say that. From the videos that I watched, with me being, with the videos that I watched and the conversations that I had with him, he wasn't sure about certain things. And everybody has their way of expressing how they feel about God, whether it's true or whether it's not, you know. But all I can say about that is there are some things that's not connected. There's some cognitive dissonance from fact to fiction when it comes to that with my brother. And we've had conversations over, because I am a man who believes in the Most High. So, yeah, well, you know, yeah, he is many things that he said, but it doesn't matter if he don't believe in the Bible. You know, there's no possible way for him to believe in God. But I mean, just with you saying that, let me say this. At one point, I felt the same way about certain things, but it was until I actually started reading it for myself that I started to comprehend things on my own instead of being mentored by people who were not well versed in it. So once I started reading it for myself, I was able to understand it a little bit better. And I am not confounded when it comes to that. I absolutely believe that the Bible is the authentic word of God. It's the infallible word of God. And I will support that. My brother, I got another, we call him our brother. He was raised with us. But I have no doubt there is no way you can read that whole book and come out and say, I don't believe this. Anybody that says that they don't believe the Bible haven't read the whole thing, you know. But that's another subject. I believe he is too. I believe that, but just like anything, there's a lot of people get lost in translation sometimes. And it takes years, maybe if not years. It's a spiritual book, so it takes you to be mated spiritually. You cannot, they say, the carnal mind cannot understand the things of God. So I don't think that people can pick up the book and just say, yeah, I don't believe this, if they not made it to it spiritually. So a lot of people just picking it up with their carnal mind, and they going off their carnal mind in it. And it says that the carnal mind is not subject to the things of God, because God is a spirit. So therefore, you're not going to be subject to it. As far as it's a spiritual thing. It's not just a physical thing. They say, the word is spirit. You know, walk in the spirit. It means walk in the word. Right? And it also, you have to establish your ways in it. You cannot be a sinner. You cannot transgress God's law and think that there is going to be provisions by the Most High. That's just like saying that if you have a rebellious child, that you're going to reward a rebellious child. Nobody rewards a rebellious child. They get punished most times, and they never really see the fruits of what could happen if they obeyed. And a lot of us, truth be told, we don't obey. And so we never really establish a relationship with God, and it keeps us separated from God. And separation is death is synonymous with separation, or vice versa. And there's 3 components to learning, right? You have to be taught, you have to study, or you're going to have an experience. And most people don't listen. So if you don't listen, you're not going to be taught, and you're not going to study. You're going to have an experience. Yeah, he do. But he also says rebellion is as witchcraft. It is. It alienates you from your ability to connect. If you rebelled against your parents, you're not going to really be, you're not going to really see the fruits of provision and things like that. When you don't listen to your parents and you're a rebellious person by nature, you're going to have to go out and experience some things. You're going to have to go out and say thank you. That's a very nice compliment. But you're going to have to go out and experience some things. So a lot of people, they have to go through experiences. And some are more tragic than others, because you won't listen. So you're not going to study, and you're not going to be taught. So the only thing that you're going to do is end up having an experience. And most of us never get to the point to where we ever walk with God, because we don't want to listen. We want to do our own thing. We want to pimp God. We want to go to God when everything goes bad, or when somebody get into an accident, or when somebody is on their deathbed. We don't want to take heed and obey until something happens. And that's what I'm hoping for with this situation, is that I want my brother to be just thinking if my brother did these things in righteousness, how he could touch and impact so many people. You know, I hear people saying, well, I watch him all the time. I watch some of them videos and I'm like, you watch this all the time? I heard some stuff that was just like, whoa. I could not believe it that was coming from these people's mouth. And not just from these people's mouth, to be honest, my brother's mouth too. I was shocked. I really can say that the person that I see on there, except for one video, but I haven't seen them all. One video that I saw that I want to do a review of and confirm. I was like, yeah, that's true. Everything, the last 40 minutes of that video, it was just 100% authentic Keith. Not Pastor Patron, Keith. All right. And he's very articulate and he's very funny. I mean, the guy he's one of a kind, man. And I miss him. I really do. I really miss my brother. And that's why I'm prayerful. Every single day I can't hardly even sleep. I can't even sleep. I think about him every day. Every time I do something, I think about him. I look at pictures, and I think my Instagram lately has been a reflection of that. Because you never really understand what you have until it's not there and it's not functioning like, you know, it's not operational like you once had it, like, you know. So yeah, but like I was saying before I get off subject, and the reason why I'm on live, thank you, is because I can't answer everybody, and I can't fight on all fronts, and it's not meant for me to do so. I don't know how other people feel about certain things. Thank you, because we need it. And also, I'm praying for everybody on here. There's a reason why things happen. And it's always to get our mind centered back on the Lord. And you know, one day you can be fishing, and the next day you could be you know, and one day it might be you. One day it might be me. So all I'm gonna do, if I got 800 people that just came on my page and started following me, all I'm gonna do is talk about the Lord. All I'm gonna do is give praise to the Most High. All I'm gonna do is ask for prayers. That's all I'm gonna do. I don't want no money. Your money is useless. Your money is useless. You cannot serve God in money. That's just true. You can't serve God in money, and the money is running this system. It's running our people. It puts us in a situation where we hate one another so much. I cannot envision. They said, even in the Bible, he said, you'll know you love me by loving one another. And there is no love. It seems like there's no love in our community. And it's a sad thing to me. There's so many wonderful, talented, gifted people, you know, that's separated and cannot share their experiences because they in fear of one another. And that's a sad thing to me. I look at all these gifted people that can do so much to help each other. I had a guy come up to me one day. I was in the shop getting one of my car fixed. This was a while ago. And he came up to me and he said, he was a Lebanese guy. He came up to me and he said, you know what you black people's problem is? I was like, no, but you please enlighten me. No, I ain't trying to be offensive. Yeah, go ahead. I don't take it offensive. You know what y'all black people's problem is? Y'all don't stick together. And we don't. That's true. We don't stick together. We'll cut each other down. You will forgive a white man. You will forgive these people, then enslaved us, then buck broke men, then raped our women, then took our religion, then took our language, then ostracized us, dehumanized us, whipped us down, and you will forgive them before you will forgive your black counterpart. I never forgive a nigga. I hope he die. I hope that nigga don't make it no more. But in Kennesaw Mountain, Georgia, right now, they do reenactments of the Civil War where the South wins. Oh, they'll hold on to their tradition. Oh, yeah. And that's another thing. We so jealous of one another. We'll never work together. You know what? That's another thing. I used to live in this townhouse, and it was like 4 townhouses in this complex. And I stayed in the center one. And the other 3 was occupied by Chinese people. You know what these Chinese people were doing? They all lived all of them lived it had to be about 90 of them. I'm talking about a two bedroom with a basement. You know how they got the bathroom upstairs, the 2 rooms, and then you walk downstairs, you got a living area, a kitchen area, and then you got a basement. They had 3 of them. These people get up every day at around about 4, 5 o'clock, go catch a bus together. Everybody catches a bus together, and they go to a restaurant and they serve black people. They serve the community. Then around at night, you see them coming, all of them coming back, go to sleep, do the same thing over again. Now, when have you ever seen black people do that? Do you know if everybody got together and worked together and you know how successful we'll be? But they build stuff and create stuff on social media. They create stuff that make us cut each other down. Nigga can't even walk to another side of the neighborhood. What color you wearing? What hood you from? White boy come through there, it's a white boy. He ain't no threat. But a nigga, that's your enemy. Nigga can't no nigga come up in here. I'ma bust a cap up in the nigga. Man, we are lost, bro. We are people, man. And just looking at the communities that I can't even say they community because we don't own nothing. In order to have a community, you have to own, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, you got to own a lot of different departments, like, realty firms, hospitals and things like. We don't own none of this stuff. We got to go to these people for what we need. Yeah, in jail. And you know what? We segregated in jail too. Because niggas in there, Bloods, Crips, a lot of people, you got a lot of different, and they don't stick together. But when you, not getting off subject, but in jail, whites stick together, Mexicans stick together, but blacks, they be separated based on color and gang affiliation and all of that. Well, we just don't stick together, man. And the people told me that too, man. I was kind of offended, but it was true. It was true. So I say that to say this, man. Listen, y'all stick together, man. If y'all know Big O is the devil and all this stuff and all this. Listen, y'all don't have to watch. Y'all don't have to watch that. If y'all feel like somebody is putting down somebody that's putting down somebody that's putting down somebody that you love, man, don't support that kind of stuff, man. You ain't got to support that stuff. You know, you don't have to support nothing that offends you. You don't have to follow anyone that you don't like. That's all I have to say. And the messages, like I said, y'all sending me screenshots of these people. I don't know these people. I don't have no problem with these people. I don't know. Listen, when you take content off of or material off of here and put it on another like YouTube or something, and you don't have that person's permission, and this is what's bad about it, because the people think that you talking to them in that platform. No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you because you are on my page. I'm not talking to everybody. That's a mistake. You trying to get clout off who? Off me? Off my page? Or people that's following me? Somebody gonna come to your page, push the follow button, and then say, oh, he's trying to get clout off. You trying to get clout off who? Me? No. I'm not trying to get no clout on nobody. You don't have to come in here. That's all I wanted to say. You don't have to be here. You don't have to listen to nothing I'm saying. Right. You don't have to listen to. Yeah. I mean, people just they act like, oh, he on TV, so I gotta watch him. You ain't gotta watch nothing. You ain't gotta listen. Half that stuff on there, the first 30 minutes I see a video, 30 seconds. Let me cut this off. This mess. Then they don't even be knowing what they talking about. I'm looking at some videos and they say, you talking to me, he talking to me. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to you. How am I talking to you? How am I talking to you? No, I'm not talking to you. If you saying that I'm talking to you, if I haven't mentioned your name, then I'm not talking to you. Right? I can say whatever. This just like walking in the room, a whole bunch of people in it that I'm in the room with, and if they in my hearing, them the people that's who I'm talking to. You can walk in the room and say, that nigga ain't talking to me. I know he ain't talking to me. Yeah, I'm in the room. I'm talking to whoever in here. In here. I ain't talking to, you can't take this conversation and go somewhere else and be like, yeah, he talking about me. Now that's clout chasing to me. That ain't authentic. That's not authentic. That's not authentic. If I call out your name, I'm talking to you. That's right. That's right. That's why I'm protected by the blood of Christ. I ain't saying nothing wrong to nobody. They'll never say I said anything wrong to them. I'm not gonna go back to slandering, backbiting, and gossiping on nobody. I ain't got time for it. That's not what I do. In fact, that's a sin. You ain't gonna get me into doing that. You ain't gonna get me into doing that. I'm not gonna do it. Listen, the Lord said it's an appointed time. It's an appointed time. I'm gonna silence all of that. That's just go. Listen, you will see them no more. Let me tell you something. Go look this up. He said, I hate the wicked every day. I hate the wicked every day. So I'm not, if I have an ought with my brother, I can go and reconcile with my brother. But he said, if you have a problem with the Lord, who can entreat for you? You're going to have to pay that debt. You're going to have to pay that debt to the Lord. And you don't know how. You don't know how God to make you. He may put you in a situation where you can't even speak no more. And just like you said, and I look at this situation, that's why I know that I serve a great God, because even I look at this situation, and how can God be omniscient, omnipotent, sovereign, and all these great words, everywhere at one time, all powerful, above every authority, and something didn't slip through his hands. Something didn't happen to somebody, and he didn't do it. He said, if it's evil in the city, I've done it. Amos 3:8, I believe. Amos, go read Amos 3:8.